Hey guys, we're trying to go live with Miss Hip Hop. Bit of a connection issue, but we're trying to work it out. So bear with us. So I've invited her, just waiting on the invitation. Hey,
Yay, we did it.
there we go. Finally.
I'm so happy.
Okay, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. How you doing?
Yeah, awesome. All right. As long as you can see me, I've got everything here. Awesome. Honey, can you bring the plug for me? I'm just going to have to do the charger so it doesn't cut out on the interview. Make sure your phone's charged. Yeah, don't know how long the interview will go, but I don't want it cutting out on you.
Okay, it's cool.
All right. All right. So I'm ready when you are. The
Okay.
connection, honey.
I, I'll give a five 5 second countdown, okay?
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Five, four, three, two, one. Yo, 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 what's up, Chicago? And welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio, episode 657. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Ms. Hip Hop. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very dope guest with us, all the way from Sydney, Australia. He's an entrepreneur, an incredible host, and a hip hop creative. And he's also interviewed over 700 artists in over 130 countries, which is quite impressive if you ask me. So without further ado, up next to the mic, the one and the only Justin Newman, aka Cindy the Goat. What's up?
Salute. What's up? Thank you very much for the intro. Very nice. Very nice. My wife said me clapping. Very nice.
Yes, clap it up for yourself, man. You are incredible. You are such an amazing person. You really are.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I try to do what I can for the hip hop. Like I've been doing it for quite a while, as you know. But yeah, just getting in those doors and speaking to a lot of celebrities underground. I help a lot of the underground as well. Big celebrities as well I work with and that kind of stuff. Just getting people that are new also in the hip hop scene, get them to know about what the business actually is. Before they actually start, because if you don't know, it's a bit like you're having your own business. You can't start your own business if you don't know what it is. And a lot of these artists jump out of the gun and they don't know what they're doing, and waste a lot of time, money, even other people's time and money as well. So, I try to guide and do a lot of advice that I know in the hip hop, because as you said, I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world on hip hop and that kind of stuff as well. So, anything from ranging how to get into hip hop, songs, platforms, anything, marketing, it's all important. And a lot of these days, I see people in the hip hop, unfortunately, they're a lot of come and go people. They come on and then they go and then they don't come back, and a lot of people see that, and it's called inconsistency.
Mhm.
Have any marketing? There's no merchandise behind them. There's no plan behind them. They can be as good as Tech Nine, but if they don't have any marketing, advertising, promotion, they're not consistent, then there's too many piranhas, too many people behind them in the hip hop industry that
Mhm.
have all that, and that's just the thing I'm seeing on an ongoing basis. Um, you know, so we're trying to get all that fixed in the hip hop. Um, Also, I'm seeing a lot of AI starting to pop up in the hip hop and that kind of stuff. I'm seeing a lot of people that are not genuine in the hip hop, which has been around a long time. But I'm also seeing a lot of the old school artists. Now, when I say old school artists, I mean Rakim, I mean Ice T, I mean Mickey Fax, John Connor. I see a lot of these old school artists coming back in the industry, in the scene, and trying to really pop in the scene again. Wu Tang coming back. I see a lot of different big old school artists that are trying to come back in and show these people what real hip hop is, and I really appreciate that. Like, I've got terminology. We've got a lot of these different artists that have been popping for a while, but are really coming back. You know, we just had Inspector Deck album. Big shout out to Inspector Deck, P.A. Dre on the beats. One of the best producers in America, doing this thing that works with many, many artists such as RJ Payne. Just flew out and done Ice-T's album. Speak to him on a regular basis. Like, I'm in Australia, like, say no more, you know. But a lot of different stuff that we're trying to do in hip hop. But that's the big thing that I find in the hip hop at the moment. A very bad thing is that they try to get into the hip hop with no budget, no promotion. All these people are worried about likes and the TikTok follow. It's not about that. It's about engaging. It's about what we're doing today. It's about sitting, engaging, getting out, doing shows, putting your merchandise out there, putting some money behind yourself. If you don't have any budget, how can you build a business?
Exactly.
You
You're
know,
right.
I'm talking a bit, I know, because it's very upsetting from what I've seen. So I just wanted to elaborate before you smash me with questions how I feel about the hip hop. So, you know, but we do. We have a lot of genuine, you know, we've got the feud going at the moment with 38 Special and Jadakiss. Like, before, when someone used to step to someone, the main player, when someone used to step up to that, their hip hop career would be finished. But now we're going to be going back and forth, a bit like play school. That's not how hip hop is. You either work together, and we wasn't really like that. So, you know, what's going on at the moment is really crazy. To think that 38 Special is better than Jadakiss is ludicrous. But anyway,
Absolutely.
you know, everybody has their own feeling, their own response, and that kind of stuff. Now, I will go into a little bit about that. I'm very heavily in the Buffalo scene. Dealt very heavily with a lot of artists in the Buffalo scene, so I know personally that the Buffalo scene is very, 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 very well connected and doing very, very good in the hip hop side, smashing it, actually bubbling in the hip hop side. I have to shout out to Buffalo. But New York and these kind of people, Styles P, Jadakiss, Sheesh, all these kind of people, there is no way in the world that any of these other artists are going to come along. There's no way. But Conway, The Machine, and Benny the Butcher, I take my hat off. They've put Buffalo on the map. They've got these other guys that have gotten behind them, and they've pushed the Buffalo music. So I give them that. But you come along and say that Jadakiss and Styles P and all the locks and all that, they're better than, please, you're wasting my time. But I love Buffalo, but don't step to New York because you won't, there's no challenge there.
Definitely, definitely. And we're going to get into everything that you discussed about, especially about mentoring the artists and everything like that. But first, I want to start off each and every interview with a traditional icebreaker question for all the guests and the artists. So let's get started.
Okay.
So, Sydney the Goat, like, what's the one song that made you absolutely fall in love with hip hop?
Wow, that's a good question. No one's ever asked me that. I love that question. I would say, I would definitely have to say Iced Tea and Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
And the song, oh, wow. The song for me, would have come from Vanilla Ice's movie. And also, I'd have to mention NWA as well. I won't mention online what song it is, but I would definitely say NWA, Ice T, and Vanilla Ice. Song.
Okay,
I won't
that's
mention.
interesting.
I won't mention
But
songs, but yeah, definitely NWA put me in the. Definitely got me going there. Dr. Dre, all those kind of people as well. LL Cool J. A lot of people,
hmm
a lot of people sleep on LL Cool J. Um, you know, he was one of them, the ones up there with hip hop and you know R&B and all of that. The people who sleep on LL Cool J. I have to say, LL Cool J definitely.
okay, all right. Those are good artists. So let me ask you, you built White Boy Productions Sydney into a platform that's gone beyond, like I said earlier, 130 countries. Like, that's crazy. What inspired you to create it, and what problem were you trying to solve for the underground artists of today?
Okay, awesome. So what started me to start my actual just a couple of years before COVID. I thought to myself, like, hip hop's really in a bad state. Like, I live and breathe hip hop. I've got everything hip hop, like CNT here, Tech Nine, very, very big, very, very big fan of Tech Nine, Brits, all of these people that have been around a long time. But what really started me in the hip hop was with how it was going, and I thought to myself, I need to make a platform. A couple of years before COVID, so this is my ninth year, just so you know, in doing what I do. So just before COVID, a couple of years before COVID, I thought to myself, oh man, this has got to change. So I thought, okay, I'll jump on live. I'll jump online and we'll just have a bit of a chat about hip hop and just see where it went. I didn't. Not many people jumped on, and I thought I spoke about it, and I thought, okay, well, we'll just keep escalating on that and see how we go from there. And then I came up with an idea on looking for artists that really want to make a name for themselves, or that especially in America, there's a lot of, anywhere, not just America, all different countries, there's a lot of different hate on hate. They don't want to help people. They don't want to advise people on how to go somewhere or get somewhere. Everyone just wants to take someone's money and do nothing for them, or ask them for money and don't want to do anything for them. It's very bad. So
Yeah.
what I did was every week I used to say, okay, I'll bring someone unknown, nobody knows, and I'll bring them online. I'll bring them public online, and I'll chat with them, and I'll get to know them, and I'll see if I know other artists. So it might be Dallas. I'll say, okay, so I'll interview the Dallas artists, and then I'll connect some Dallas artists with New York, or the people that I know maybe in Queensland, Australia. I'll connect them from different countries together so they can build their brand, or so they can build their label, get to know other artists that they can't do by themselves.
Wow. That is amazing. So you started a couple of years just before COVID hit. You got that idea to start your platform, and you've been growing it ever since for almost 10 years, a decade.
Yeah. So
Dang.
so how it worked, every week I would jump on and I would do an interview, and it got that popular that I thought, okay, I'll do 2 interviews for this week, and we'll see how we go. And that was 9 years ago, and now up to now, I don't know if you know, but I've got way more. I'm sitting on nearly 850 interviews worldwide now.
Wow.
So, and they're 2 hours an interview. So if you do the math, you do the time out there, you've got to do the history before the artist, and I'm sure you know you've got to do all the background questioning and that kind of stuff. So over a period of time, for all them artists, over a period of time, I've gotten to learn by engaging. As I said, it's very important to engage. You can't be shy. A lot of people are shy in the hip hop industry. They don't want to talk. They don't want to get online. They don't want to do interviews. They don't want to go live. They don't want to go to shows. They just want to make tracks on a jump on Spotify, or put it on YouTube, and they're going to blow up. Industry doesn't work like that. You need to put a bit of money into yourself. You need to promote yourself, and you need to be consistent. Which is why I seen what you were doing. I was very impressed about what you've been doing. There's not many people like me or you in the industry that's doing what we are doing. So I take my hat off to both me and you for taking time out for doing interviews with these artists. It's not just all about myself. What you've been doing is incredible. So, have
Yeah.
a look at the artists, what you've been doing in interviewing and things like that for many years as well. So I take my hat off to you as well. You would know how much time that takes out of your personal life, how much budget, what you got to do, work around a normal job, that kind of things as well. But getting back to your question, yes, I started just before COVID, and I smashed it ever since. What I was doing was basically interviewing an artist that was unknown, trying to get an artist scene. That's what I originally started doing, and then it just I went from underground artist to massive celebrity, big celebrities in the doors. We've been like, I only just come off with the producer of Dr. Dre's album and stuff like that. So, it's crazy. The Chronic and all that, people that were in that album I just interviewed and that kind of stuff. So it's crazy to the history that I've done in the hip hop, and who I've interviewed in the hip hop would blow your mind, like where I've gotten in the doors I have from Australia, and not being even in America. If I was in America, imagine what I would do there. because I'm in
Whew.
Australia.
You tear down doors.
Yeah, yeah. So all the things I've done from Australia, imagine if I was in America, like I'd be with them. So, it's crazy, but it is what it is. But I am very passionate with what I do. I love what I do. I live and breathe hip hop. Um,
Yeah,
so that's something. A lot of people see my consistency. Same with you.
of
A lot
course.
a lot of people see what I've tried to do. There's a lot of haters out there that have tried to stop me. Like, I'll go into a few things for you. The name, people didn't like the name at first. People didn't like the promotion, and people didn't like the pictures. Like, it's crazy. But then my haters became my followers. They bought my merch.
Hmm.
It's nuts, some of the stories I have. But if you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right. If you got a lot of haters, you're doing something right. So keep pushing your brand, and you don't know who's looking at you or who's seeing you. A lot of these people these days watching now, but they won't comment, they won't like, they won't follow, they won't share, but they're watching. So
Yes.
that's how the industry is. So it's
Mhm.
and they try to get ideas off you and then use it somewhere else, and they don't, they don't even say, "Oh, I got this from you. Thank you very much." None of it.
No.
They'll take it off you and stuff like that. But heaps of people could be watching, but they don't ever share, like, or comment, and that's where the buying of the views came in the industry and things like that, because a lot of the people, they try to take people's ideas. They'll look at something, they'll share, that they won't share anything, or they won't say anything, maybe for a long period of time. I used to have people that used to watch me for a long time, never said a word, and then message me, "Oh, I've been watching you for years." You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, that's great. Why don't you share, like, comment, that kind of stuff if you're so keen on it. But yeah, that's how people are. And in this industry, you've got to grasp their attention in the first 10 seconds, because if you don't, their attention span's terrible.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a goldfish.
It's terrible, and and not everyone likes your music. So if people
Mm.
don't listen to your music, stop getting disheartened that people don't listen to your music. Who cares? Move on. Put a genre in there that people will listen to, or people that do listen to your music, because not everyone listens to everyone's music, because everybody has a like and likes and different follows in different genres. So
Mhm.
it doesn't matter if they don't listen to your music. You need to find people that do, and that's how you engage and market and get out there and network to do that. Not just hope for the best and think that it's going to be a hit on Spotify for 9 cents.
Wow, you said that right. Yeah,
You know,
definitely. You have to find your own tribe of people, and that's through engagement, like you said.
yeah.
So with you, you've interviewed like over 785 artists. Well, you said eight, you're sitting at 850 now, but what's one lesson you've learned from these conversations that every independent artist should hear?
Okay, one lesson, as I said, one lesson I've learned, with they should get to know the industry before they become an artist. The amount of artists that I have spoken to that have said, "Oh, I wish I did that," or, "I wish I knew that before I started," and things like that, would blow your mind. Not just small underground artists, big international celebrities have told me that, as well, that have tried to go with the flow, or copy someone, or try to be someone different. Be yourself. The best thing that I could tell you with anyone is to be yourself. If
Hmm.
what you're doing and you're passionate about it, people will follow you. The moment you switch up and try to follow someone and be fake, people see it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
a lot of the industry is doing that. Like, "Oh, I'm going to be like this rapper," and they'll dress and they'll put this, and it, it's silly. You need to be the genuine person. If you're genuine, people will see it. But best advice I can give you, keep being you. If you believe in yourself, then you will go somewhere as an artist, as long as you're consistent and that you believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if they don't like you, or people don't like you. You keep pushing, and you'll get through the doors where people will like you. But a lot of people give up before then. So I found out a lot of artists They don't really push themselves. They'll say, "Oh, this person didn't come on live today," or "I didn't get many followers," or "Nobody's listening to my music," or "No one's buying my merch." Or it's like an ongoing thing because they're not marketing, they're not promoting, they're not pushing their label, they're not jumping online doing lives, they're not showing people their personal life. They're
Mm,
they're just trying to blow up and get millions of dollars for fake music. And that's not working that way. It doesn't work that way.
that's true.
Also, a
I
lot of
think
celebrities, sorry, just quickly, a
mhm,
lot of the celebrities worked for 10 years doing what I'm selling you to get signed.
yes.
I'm not going to pinpoint the celebrities, but many, many, like you won't find many celebrities that have just blown up overnight. They've worked their way there, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Their way there, and they've put their own money and promoted and done what they've got to do. Even if it's selling on the corner, they've put their money to the music. It doesn't matter what they've done. They've made their platform by trying to invest in themselves. Okay, so in America, it's very different to Australia. We have poverty here. We have all that here too. We have everything here, the same as America. It's how you do things and how you want to be as a person yourself. You've
Mm,
got to believe in yourself, and in some situations, you've got to do things that you know you shouldn't, but you have to do things to survive. And
that's right.
I get that because I know America very very closely, so I understand that. But with what I'm getting at here is you need to believe in yourself, promote yourself, and invest in yourself.
Mhm.
Before you ask someone to invest in you or sign you, they're going to see what are you doing for yourself, and a lot of artists don't have it.
That's true. That's wonderful advice. It sounds cliche, be yourself, but really people will recognize the genuality in your personality, period. And invest in yourself. Put your money where your mouth is, and like you said, stay consistent. Those are three key concepts to success. Look at you. You've been in there for almost 10 years, so you know.
I don't think you can ask my wife, you can ask anybody that's on live with me. I don't think I've had 1 week or 2 week spell in 9 years of doing even a break. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's how passionate that I am. Like, that's how much effort I've put into the hip hop, and talking to people, engaging with people. I have 16 hours of music. I'm not even an artist. I'm going on my 20th. I'm going on my 20 hours of music out. My two double albums coming off the platforms. They're coming. But I have 17 hours of music on the platforms. But I have two big double albums coming off the DSPs where you've actually got to buy it, because the DSPs are not giving me absolute 9 cents, and it's not all that about. It's not that. That's not what I'm doing it for. I put music out to promote artists, and I make artists jump on with me and promote all over the world international music. So I'm not doing it to get money or anything like that. That's not what I'm doing it for. But these albums off the DSP, yeah, they, they,
Right.
they've got a lot of different big features. I sent them to you. There's a lot of work being put into that, and these albums are massive, and they've got big features on underground and big celebrities on these albums. But as I said, I have 16 hours of music, more than most underground artists or the upcoming artists even dream of doing, and I'm not even an artist.
Right. That's what I mean. That's great. So who was the biggest feature you've worked with?
Wow. Wow. I've worked with a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I would say one of the biggest features, or one of the biggest artists that I've actually worked with for quite a while, and a lot of people are starting to see now, is John Connor and Mickey Fax. There's two right there. Um, one's from Flint, Michigan's one is from New York, Bronx, but they're being slept on for quite a while. Mickey Fax has had his own Pendulum Inc. school for more than 5 years now is only just leveling up and getting big artists involved and celebrities like Jadakiss and all that kind of people to come and see him, rake him, and you know, a lot of these other big artists. But a lot of people sleep on Mickey Fax or John Connor, put a lot of hate towards them. But they've been big stars, more than most of these celebrities that are these days in hip hop, and a lot of people sleep on them. And you know, it's a shame. But some of my biggest features, some of my biggest people I would have spoken in the industry is definitely Mickey Fax, John Connor, definitely. And another person I'm speaking to on a regular basis is PR Dre Beats, producer of the new Ice-T album. There's Ice-T in himself. Who else? Little Easy E I was with, DJ Yellowfella personally, Tech Nine,
Wow.
and I Ritz. You know, I can't tell you how many, but I did a big feature with Ritz. Who else have I done? Tech Nine. I was partying with personally. Done music with him. Just a lot of different stuff. He's been putting a lot of Kansas City artists up on the map as well. He's been going out of his way to help his own town, which is good, like Dewey the Don, Roblo the Star, all these kind of guys he's been trying to put up there. You know, so it's been really good. Who else have I had features with? Many big celebrities like Conway. Who else have we done? Gucci Mane.
Wow.
Lots. Like I've got different celebrities. You know, I even worked with DMX before he passed away. We done music, so
Oh man.
so you know what I mean. Like it just depends, like on what artist. But underground artists, I've worked with a lot of underground artists as well. Some major underground artists. Street Soprano, that's coming up with the BSF. You know, I've been signed with them. I've been with them for many years, even before he blew up in the Buffalo scene. You know, I've worked with many underground artists. I just finished working with Son of Tony, which was on the Capadonna and Inspector Deck album from Buffalo himself. Um, Big underground artists I've been working with, Prince Bam Fam, Prince Killer, massive underground artists that have been doing their thing since 1985 in the Buffalo scene,
Mhm.
which has done many features with me as well, which has opened up for many big stars and big artists in Buffalo, Prince Killer as well. Bam Fam been around since 1985, done work with Joel Ortiz with them. Um, lots. So many states I've worked. There's 52 states in America, 54 states in America, I think. I've done 52 of them.
That is amazing. That is so amazing. Look, now speaking of so many artists that you've worked with, you've also generated over 9 million organic engagements without relying on major label backing. Um, what are some mistakes you see these artists making when they're trying to grow their audience online?
Okay, mistakes. Number one, buying 2 million views and having 2 followers. Mistake number one, shows you're fake. Buying 1 million views and having 30 comments shows you're fake. If you're genuine, if you're really genuine, a lot of these artists that even the big celebrities, they'll buy views, or they'll buy bots for their concert. Like you don't understand how many things that people do to try to get views. Views for some people, it's like life and death. It's not. What's life and death is engagement. What we're doing now, you can't buy that, right? So I would suggest to jump online, do live interviews or interactions, or get to know your fans. That's how you build your base. You can't be shy. And a lot of these artists just buy views and be shy, and they don't want to do any interviews. They don't want to go live shows. They don't want to travel. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to leave their city. They don't want to spend money. I'm talking big celebrities. I'm not just talking little underground artists. So my best advice that my best suggestion would be is to engage with people. Don't be shy. Talk to them. Don't think because I'm this artist, I'm too good to talk to people.
Thank you.
That's where you go wrong, because these there's a lot of fans out there that absolutely love you, and they'll shy away from you because you don't engage with them, or they'll write to you or comment, or they'll even buy all your stuff, your merchandise. You don't even give them the time of day. Like
Yeah.
that, I understand as being an artist, celebrity, and all that. There's a lot of people reaching out to you. Like, I won't lie, I've got thousands of messages and friend requests, thousands that I haven't even got to in my in my thing, but I always get to them.
Mm-hmm.
Each day I'll go and I'll have a look at my friends' requests, or I'll go out and I'll have a look once a week or whenever I get a chance. But I'll always get to them. I'll say, look, I've seen your thing, and bear with me. I'll check you out, make sure you're not fake, and if you're not fake, I'll add you. No issue. But I'll always get to them. I'll always go through all people that have tried to reach out to me. Oh, I say, yep, no, this is no good. Oh, that's no good. No, sorry, I can't add you. And I'll tell them, I'll message them, I'll tell them. But I always try to engage with anyone that's tried to reach out to me. And I think that's how I grow my followers and fans and people like that. It's not just someone that's watching you here. It's so many people that you would be amazed at who's watching. When we finish, when you put this up, how many people will watch it? How many people will view it? How many people will take advice from some of your interviews but will never tell you? I'll tell you
Facts.
this story quickly. I had Ritz reach out to me. Ritz, the Jesus of the community and the way of hip hop.